Today we're going to start a new segment on this channel, Uncle Balta, that is called Non-GPT Answers. I want to show everybody that you can have good answers from humans instead of GPT or from AI. And I believe that even though AI have more information than the vast majority of professionals, still you have this insight that sometimes just a person that is within your industry or a person that is in your country can understand better than GPT. So that's why I'm going to answer only 3 questions this time. 3 questions that I received perhaps during my week when I was walking Armando, when I was at the gym. And if you have more questions or more answers, you can leave them here below in the question area, in the comments area. So by the way, I will start uploading videos to this channel now because, people from my Spanish channel, they hate when I upload content there. So I will upload only here the English content. If you have friends that are trying to level up their English, spread the word. Tell them that Uncle Balta is on YouTube. Share the link with them. And without further ado, we start with this episode. The first question is, this was during the gym. I didn't have training partners this week, so I was working out alone. It's cool to work out alone because you meet a lot of women, you meet a lot of people, but also sometimes become annoying because you are doing your squats and someone tries to interact while you are squatting. But I remember this was like a Tuesday. It was a young man. Well, I call young man like a 21 years old man, but it was a young man that asked me, Jose, where do I find customers? So just like an open question, where do I find customers? Now, I could in that moment put my wisdom hat and start, rapping, spitting the wisdom, but I was like, I will give your answer in the next English video. So let's try to dissect that question. Customers are everywhere. Everybody buys something, like you buy things, I buy things. So customers are everywhere. Now, what we need is first awareness to understand. There are 2 questions that I always like to ask myself is, what is missing and what is fucked up? Just in case for the people that are learning English, I will try to say that in Spanish. What is missing, qué falta, and what is fucked up, qué está jodido? Both questions are important. So, talking about what is missing. This last week I went to the dentist. I had my mouthpiece, no mi pichi de boca, sino mi pieza de boca, mouthpiece. My mouthpiece, I use that now to work out. When we do like heavy lifting, sometimes you start to chew between your tooth and you start destroying your own tooth. So that's why it's good to have this protector. Most people, not only for that, when you go to sleep now, since people are under stress the whole time. For example, before people were only under stress during their working hours. Now they are also under stress after their working hours. Perhaps because they are like scrolling like huevonazos, or because they are playing video games, or even just watching Netflix. It's like, oh fuck, I don't like this series. I'll go to the other one. So there's no this total relaxation that we should have after working. So for the same reason, when people go to sleep now, they are like chewing without having food, so they are destroying their teeth. Not their teeth, but their teeth. So always remember teeth with that. Okay. Well, what I'm trying to go with this is that there is a huge demand from these ways to protect your mouth. Dentists are jacking up the price in an obscene way. Dentists, my cousin, there was a dentist that wanted to charge him 200 soles for that shit. The doctor that I visit, he charged me 80 soles for the same thing. And by the way, it's not that if you pay less, you get less quality, because I paid before for a shitty doctor here in San Borja. I wouldn't mention her name, but I paid her, like, I remember 160 soles for that back then in the 2022. And it was uncomfortable, was not the measure. This one was exactly, like a rubber, like a condom in your dick. Exactly, it fit for just 80 soles. So what I'm trying to go here is that there are these, like, what I call the rock stars of the professionals. You have this doctor that is a dentist that I found out by recommendation, by the way. You have a acupuntura, also that the best ones are required by everybody. And these people tend to work alone. And they make a lot of money. This dentist is making, more or less, he's earning like between 2,000 and 3,000 soles per day. Not per month, per day. It's a lot of money. And he works alone because it's interesting. For these people that has like a high net worth, it's difficult to trust other people because mostly people want to take advantage of them. So if you're a person that you can offer some service to these people and you are reliable, this word is key, is reliable. You can show that, I'm not going to take advantage of you. By the way, this is my track record. I help someone that is more or less in your industry. You can provide support to these people. You don't need to be always the person that is giving the solution. You can support also the person that is giving the solution. But I don't want to spend too much on this. Yeah? So that's the first one. Is what is missing, right? What is missing? So, this is missing. The other question is what is fucked up? Let's talk about fitness industry. That is the one that is like my bread and butter. The fitness industry, what I see that is missing, a lot of things, but just mention two, is real trainers. If you see, by the way, trainers are not cheap. Most personal trainers are charging between 60 soles and 80 soles per session, 60, 80 soles por sesión. And you know what do they do? It's not that they are actually helping people. Hey, let's try to get 2 extra reps. Oh, let's put the plates here. No, most of them are just scratching their balls. They are just sitting next to the customer, scrolling their social media. Yeah. Oh, yeah, fix the technique. That most trainers, I'm not saying most like 60%, I'm talking 90% of the trainers, what they do is they just don't allow the customer to feel that he can train by himself. That's his only job. It's not that they help the people to level up. So that's something that I see, that's fucked up. Most people actually don't need a trainer. They just need an accountability partner. Someone, okay, let's go together. If you can find someone that have good fitness ethic, you'll be better off paying that person instead of the trainer. So that's something that I see, okay, that's fucked up. You know what else is fucked up in the fitness industry? When I see all these fitness snacks, if you want to burn fat, you shouldn't be eating snacks. There's no such a thing as a light snack. All the snacks are bad. And I will say this in Spanish just for the new people. No hay algo como un snack saludable. It's like saying I'm going to do like a healthy masturbation. Me voy a masturbar de manera sana. No, that doesn't exist. In the same way that you cannot jerk off in a healthy way, you cannot have a healthy snack. And if you visit all these, I don't want to say brands, but if you go to all these supplement stores, they are full of these healthy snacks, between quotes. So those two questions are good for us, What is fucked up around me and what is missing? And you can start analyzing that. Now, many times what will happen is that you understand the problem, but you don't know how to give the solution. But perhaps you know the person that has the solution. So now you can connect these two. So, I could continue answering, but this is just the first question. But another thing before I forget is that where can you, once that you understand what is the solution, how can you show yourself? How can you introduce? How can you pitch your idea? Pitch your idea is mostrar tu idea. How can you pitch your idea to your customers? And I will just wrap with these two things. Is first, where can you find people that are bored? Gente que está aburrida. I just shared this with my English community before this call. People that are bored always pay attention because they don't have shit to do. This came to my mind because on Thursday, I visited this doctor, and before me finding a spot to be attended by this doctor, I had to wait 1 hour, 40 minutes, for real. Now, I already knew that I was going to wait, so I went with my notebook, I went with my headphones, I was writing scripts for the channel, for the English podcast, so I was prepared. Most people were not prepared. Most people were, TikTok, Instagram, so they didn't know what to do. And in that moment, I opened conversation with a nice lady because she didn't have shit to do. So always that applies with women and also with customers. Where can you find bored people in real life and also in online? In online, it's going to surprise you. But I think one of the most underrated platforms is Facebook. If you check behavior, I always like to check human behavior. How people act. Usually, I have my cell phone. Usually, I don't have my cell phone, but just for learning purposes. People go, okay, TikTok. Okay, voy viendo TikTok. Then they go to Instagram. What is the last platform that they visit? Most of the time, is Facebook. So, when people go to Facebook, two things. Or they are extremely bored, if they are their cell phone, or they are on their computer. From Facebook to a website is a higher chance than from Instagram to a website. I can tell you that by experience. Usually, when you're on Instagram, if you're a man, you're in sexual mode. Culos, tetas. If you're on TikTok, you're, stupidity. But on Facebook, you're, let me check. So the conversion on Facebook is higher. Of course, depends what do you sell. Depends if what you are selling is visual. If you are selling clothes, of course, Instagram perhaps is your main platform. If you're a woman, fuck Instagram and TikTok, But if you're a businessman selling to guys who want to, who also have businesses perhaps, don't underestimate the power of Facebook. So all the things that I mentioned just to answer the first question, I will try to answer the second two questions fast. But before forgetting, thanks to the sponsor, +51 9890 23 986. If you want to join baltanet.com, you can send me a WhatsApp. I reply all my messages. I don't have secretaries. I ban my secretaries, but I don't have secretaries. And also, if you're in Lima or in Peru and you want to buy the supplements, you can go to josebalta.com. I'm going to mention now the next three questions because I will answer them fast, but I'm going to mention them in advance. What happens if a woman asks you to lick her butthole? ¿Qué pasa si una mujer te pide que le lamas el culo? Yesterday, I gave an answer on my TikTok account, Tío Balta, but after that, I was thinking more about that. So I want to share the extra information. The other one is how to get a six-pack. A lot of people always ask, especially now, we are October, so we are within 2 months for summertime. So people ask, in 2 months, can I get abs? I will say for sure, it's easy. I'm going to summarize that. And the last is how to go viral on social media. And in my humble opinion, I always say you need to be careful for what you wish. There are people like this woman, the Serranos son y Serranos morirán. Remember that woman? She went viral, but not in the way that she expected. And a lot of the people that go viral, they never monetize it. So you want to be popular, but also monetize that popularity. So we will see the baby steps. Let's try to go with the first one. What happens if a woman asks you to lick her butthole? So the question is why she's asking that. Why suddenly she's asking that? And there is a high chance that she had like a side man, another man that is not you, especially if you are dating the woman. And this side man, he used to lick her butthole. There is an interesting point. Why she wants you also to do it? Because now the side man is not giving her enough attention. So he doesn't appreciate me. So now somehow she wants to replace the side man with you. She wants to convert you in the side man version that she is in love with. That's why she's asking you to do things that usually or regularly you don't do with her. It's not that some women will say, no, I saw it in a movie, I saw it in a TV. No. There's a high chance that once, she was horny, the side man called her up like midnight, as always happen. He picked her up in the motorcycle, classic. And when they drink something after that, they went to the hotel, and in the middle of the sex, the guy put the tongue in her ass, and I like it. She fell in love with the man. And now the guy is like, he's not calling her. Maybe for the next 6 or 8 weeks, he will not call her because that's what pingones do. Pingones are not dating the same woman every week. Why they will do it? They are busy. They have a schedule. So she, in these 6 or 8 weeks, she feel like shit because she's used. This woman is used to always, when she texts a man, the guy texts back. But the pingon is the pingon, So the pingon is like, yeah, I can text you back, but we will see each other in 4 weeks. So that's why now she wants to convert you in this other guy. Why I say this? Because just to be careful, right? Especially if you are planning like a life with a woman, if a woman suddenly start to ask you, hey, lick my ass or something extra, somehow you see that she wants to morph you in something that you are not. And at the same time, she starts to display different behavior. I will assume that perhaps she have a side man. The chances that a woman have a side man now is obscene. Even the oldest ones, I can tell you, I have seen, I heard rumors about this, but women that are in their 40s just, running around the park and young guys that are horny approaching to them. So just let you know, always pay attention when the patterns change. You expect a person to have some patterns. When the patterns are changing, why they are changing? I always ask that question. Now, let's go to the next one, the fitness question. How to get abs fast? Everybody, I want the six-pack fast. I can tell you this that is going to help you. Is The time that I start to get abs easy was when I realized that whey protein was destroying my midsection. Hard to believe, but for most people, especially the fitness people, the biggest mistake that they have is the whey protein with milk. Suero de leche con leche. That's the worst thing. You don't want to have milk in your diet, and you don't want to have whey protein that is full with soy protein, egg protein, colorants, and flavors that are artificial. So if you cannot have like a rib meat area, there's a high chance that the supplements that you are consuming are not healthy. And I know some of you, you're saying that because you want to sell your supplements, of course, but also it's true at the same time. Both things can be true. Is that if you are taking a supplement that has chocolate flavors, it's the same as eating cookies. How do you expect to have abs if you are eating cookies every day? That's one. The other one is you need to reduce the amount of time that you eat per day. More than twice per day doesn't make sense at all. I don't know how people eat more than twice a day. Even you can do sometimes I eat just one meal a day and you are good to go. But if you are eating 3 times a day, you are fucked because you never allow your body to use the fat as a fuel energy. And the fasting, if you want to apply fasting or I don't like the keto diet that much. For some people works. I prefer some type of fasting. But fasting is the easiest way to accomplish your goal. But you know why people don't want to promote fasting? Because it's free. It's free and it's easy. Of course, it's not easy at the beginning. The first 3 or 5 days you're going to see Judas, vas a ver a Judas, because you're adapting. But once that you adapt, you never come back. Something extra just to wrap the fasting thing. Then I will hit some exercise tips. Is understanding that every 3 or 4 days you want to load an extra amount of meal. For example, I like to do now 1 meal a day, but every 3 days I try to load it with double portion. So like perhaps 1 meal at 6 p.m. and the other meal at 10 p.m. But every 3 days. So every 3 days you want to load a higher calorie days, but always respecting the quality. So that is in the diet. I could expand more, but just keeping short. And in the fitness, in the exercise part, I would say the biggest mistake that I see between people is that they are doing too many isolate exercise, especially if you want to have your rib area. I see doing the curved bicep, they are doing forearms, they are trying to do not even like the military press that involve all your core, but they are in the machine just doing this. Now, I'm doing the machine now because I'm still recovering my finger. It looks like shit, right? But it's better. Even though it looks like broke, it's still better than used to be. I'm doing machines now because I'm recovering for an injury. But if you are in good condition, what the fuck are you doing? You should be doing free weights, barbells, dumbbells. So just saying that to you. So if you improve the diet in the way that I mentioned at the beginning, and if you start doing compound exercise with a training partner, that is important. I'm very happy because today my training partner, Mauricio, he didn't cancel me. He told me, Jose, I will confirm you. Usually when people tell me I will confirm you, that means no, but he didn't cancel me. And side topic, you will be surprised the amount of people that cancel successful people. I'm successful, for sure. But even when you are successful, a lot of people cancel you. I had a TikToker, I'm not going to mention his name, but 2 Sundays ago, he scheduled a collaboration with me. And I text the same day to him, hey, are we going to record, right? Oh, sorry, I forgot. So somehow I have 5 times more followers than he has. 5 times more followers on YouTube, not even on TikTok, on YouTube, that is more important. But he forgot, and then he texts me and oh, can we record? No, motherfucker. So when we are going to work out, to collaborate with people that are doing good in life, it's good to write it down on the paper, on the agenda. I don't have my agenda here, but you get the point. Now let's go to the last one. How to go viral. But before continue, remember to spread the word. Tell people to come to Uncle Balta on YouTube and also on Spotify. If you want to listen to this beautiful content without having to see this ugly face, you can go to Uncle Balta on Spotify. And also promote my Uncle Balta WhatsApp channel. I will leave it in the first comment, the Uncle Balta WhatsApp channel. Before going to the last question, how to go viral, I was talking with a beautiful lady from Bosnia. As you know, I like to change the location of my Tinder just to find hot material. We were talking about exotic words, and one of them is epiphany, epiphania, right? You can say, oh, I had a revelation, but instead of that, say, oh, I had an epiphany. And I told her, hey, epiphany in Spanish is epifanía. And she was like, oh, I think in Bosnian we don't have that word. And she looked it up in her translator, and the word for epiphany in Bosnian is God. Give me a second. I wrote it down here because it was important. Give me a second. God called you. Dios te llamó. Imagine, the word for epiphany is God called you. And why I'm taking a time to share this with you? Because there are a lot of things that comes to your mind that doesn't make sense. We're not under your radar. We're not something that, oh yeah, I was thinking about this. Something that just hit your bald head. One of them, for example, is this doing the podcast on YouTube in a second channel. Many times I try the second channel, but it's kind of a lot of hassle because you just try to somehow isolate with some nuggets, but then I don't want to repeat the same in Spanish. But I was, okay, what about answering questions, like answering questions that I receive all the time? Oh, that will make more sense. So that thing was something that came to my bald head without thinking too much. So for me, that is like an epiphany. And we all have epiphanies. The difference is that sometimes people don't pay attention to them because they are distracted with their mental masturbation. And also, other times they say, oh, that's a great idea. And they forget to write it down. The power of paper. Okay, now let's go to the last one. How to go viral. I mentioned we need to be careful. What do we wish? Always. But also is, with who do you want to go viral? You don't want to be viral with everybody because that is sometimes unnecessary attention, And if you go viral with everybody, there's a high chance that it's something bad that you're doing or something too stupid. You want to do stupid things here and there, but no stupid things that will destroy your reputation for the thing that you are trying to offer. Now, this is important. If you are a lawyer, you have to, depends who's your customer, right? If your customers are narcos, you can do crazy stuff because your customers are narcos. So always try to ask, what is the type of customer that I have? And how can I get the attention of these people? I always say this, what is the content that will get the attention of the people that is going to buy me and is going to kick out the people that will never buy me? That's a question that I ask. But I could start, rapping like ways to go viral. But I will say the best one that I have found so far is try to find something that is trending and try to hit it, but with your area of expertise. For example, this last Friday, everybody was talking about Jose Geri, right, the new president. I'm not an expert in politics, but I know about raping. I mean, it's not that I rape, but I heard that some people like to rape. So I can hit that angle. So when something is trending, it's from all the thing that is going on, what is the angle that I can hit? That's always my question. And with that, you don't only show your face with more people, but also you can show that you know what you're talking about. So that's one. Whatever is happening now, whatever is trending, what is something within my area of expertise that I can collaborate, that I can put my spoon in a head and throw it in that piece of content. That's one. The other one is doing things that inspire other people. This is something that I share with my community always, but it's not just about having a solution. Like, even if I have the best solution, nobody's going to buy if nobody know who I am. So you want to do both things. You want to improve your business, but also you want to improve your personal brand. How do you improve your personal brand? By doing things that people are inspired of watching. In my case, sometimes I appear slapping ass, grabbing boobs. For sure, why not? But other times I just go to open places and start to open conversation with random women that I haven't met in my life. Group of 5 or 6 women, somehow I show up, I show my bald head there, and I say hello and try to interact. And if I can record it, I will record it. It's not that I'm recording all the interaction, that will be creepy, but you get the point. So what is that thing that you can do that will inspire your people, that people say, oh, that's cool, I wish I could do the same? That is a nice way to go viral and also promote your personal brand. And the other one is, just to wrap, we're 24 minutes. I don't know how we're doing this in 24 minutes. But the last is, what can I do to get attention of my future customers? This is something that many few people ask. Everybody's trying to target the people that need your product now. I always mention this, fewer people are targeting the people, the market that need your product, but they don't know that they need your product. A lot of people need to learn English. Everybody needs to speak English, by the way, but they don't know because what is the benefit? So if you go with a flashlight, oh, fuck, now I understand. But also there is the people, the market of people that they will really need your service or your product in the future. For example, all these mining engineers, todos estos ingenieros de mina, all these people who are lawyers, every profession, there is a moment that they realize, oh fuck, if I speak Spanish, my market is only Latin America. If I speak English, now my market is global. That's why when we have here the political instability, I don't give a fuck because my market is global. So you get to a global market when you speak English. And even if the global market is just other Latino people. Why? Because your ideas, you're consuming your content in English. So even if you speak in Spanish, you get attention from other people from other countries. If I only consume Peruvian content and talk in Spanish, nobody is going to consume my content from other countries because it feels a lot of monotony, boring. There's no these insights that you can get when you have a bigger pool of content. So, okay, coming back, what I'm trying to go is I like to target people that are in school, people that are in university. There's a high chance they are not going to buy because the people that are in university, they believe their university degree is enough until they go to the market and they hit their face to a wall. I was thinking that, but I'm going to just summarize the idea there. I want to ask you this question. What is more important, your university degree or your networking skill? Most people will say the networking skill, of course, right? Why people don't invest more in networking, right? Because you can survive without a degree. There are a lot of people that survive and are crashing in the market without a degree. But do you know people that are doing good that they don't do networking? So that doesn't make sense, right? Even if you are a doctor, even if you are a lawyer that you need a degree, you still need to work your networking. And there's a high chance that you need to network with people that are in other fields that you are not. So how do you communicate with these people? How much are you investing in improving your conversation? Not just English conversation, but Spanish conversation. But I don't want to go to that. What I'm trying to go in virality is do things that promote your brand, do things that get the attention of your future customers. And perhaps the last one is try to have some variety. Don't post always the same because that's what happened always with the trainers, always talking about fitness. The influencers always showing, oh, I went to this new place, I went to this restaurant. It's always predictable. You want to always break the pattern. And by the way, coming back to the AI thing, if you want to be non-replaced, you don't want to be replaced by AI, you need to be unpredictable. For real, like it's not difficult to create like a bald guy in a cartoon speaking perfect English, giving you the answer from GPT. Give me the answer from GPT in a Latino style. That will be easy to do. But having these like crazy ways to see the world and sometimes exotic answers that only a person that have a different background can offer is the thing that is going to be difficult to replace. So just sharing that with you. I hope you enjoyed these non-GPT answers. I will try to do one per week. You never know, as Mike Tyson. We all have a plan until we receive a punch in the face, but I will try to keep doing this. So if you have more questions, leave it here in the comments area. Blessing for everybody, and if you want to contact me only to buy my products, +51 9890 23 986. Blessings.